Namaskar. I am Dr. Nalini Avinash Wagmare, working as an assistant professor at the Maharashtra Vidyapeeth, Pune. Today's our topic is research. Let's see what is the meaning of research, research methods, and scientific research, as well as benefits of research and research agencies, and some reference books in this lecture. So, meaning of research. Research is a combination of two words, research, repetition of search. So, research is a process of collection of evidence or information of ascertaining an assumption or verifying some hypothesis. When we are doing research, search is already there. Once again, you are going to do research and add new interpretation, new information, as well as fact finding to a new things. So research is a new thing, new interpretation, new ideas you add to in your work. So research is an endeavor to discover answers to the intellectual and practical problems through the application of scientific method. Research is a systemized effort to gain new knowledge. Various historians, scholars, research social scientists, they have given different opinion about it. This research, Redman and Murray, they mentioned that research is a systemized effort to gain new knowledge. Research is the systematic process of collecting and analyzing information or data in order to increase our understanding of the phenomena about which we are concerned or interested. So if I want to do research, so it is my interest area in which I am going to do research. So what of the research? Research is honest access to intelligence searching for facts and their meaning or implication with reference to a problem. If you take any particular problem, you want to do any research, for that purpose you have to select one topic, then deep study, you have to study that one and collect the materials and use a one method and make an interpretation and analysis. Then you come to the conclusion, and in that also you can say the suggestion and add the bibliography. So research per se constitutes a method for discovery of the truth, which is really a method of critical thinking. It is an intellectual work. You have to think and you have to do that one. Research represents a critical and access to investigation to discover new facts, to interpret them in the light of known laws and theories. So research is various types. Under that also scientific research is also there. Nowadays the scientific research is very popular all over the world. There are two types of research. One is scientific research and another one is social science research. Let's see what is the scientific research here. Scientific research is systematic, controlled, empirical and critical investigation of hypothetical propositions about the presumed relations among natural phenomena. Steps of scientific research are formulation of a working hypothesis, observation, recording of data, the classification and organization of data, and come to the generalization. So whenever if I am interested, I directly not start the scientific research. You need the knowledge. You have to take one problem, collect the information, then observation, then its methods, then organization the data, then you have to come to the one particular solution for that problem. So this type of scientific research we find. Then scientific method. Science refers to the body of systematic and organized knowledge which makes use of scientific method to acquire knowledge in a particular field of inquiry. Scientific method is the systematic collection of data and their theoretical treatment through proper observation, experimentation and interpretation. See, whenever if you want to take the chalk for scientific research, so that time you observe it and you experiment it and you interpret in your own way. If you whatever found the solution of the scientific research, whenever in the world you go there, you get the correct answer because laboratory is there and you testing that one, then experimenting one, then you get the answer. Then scientific method attempts to achieve a systematic interrelations of facts by experimentation, observation, and logical arguments from accepted postulates and a combination of the three in varying proportions. Then what were the principles of scientific methods? objectivity must not be influenced by subjective bias of the investigator. When an investigator is wanted to do research in scientific, in a scientific way and objective way, for example, if I take the example 2 plus 2, anywhere in the world is 4. It is in science. But if you go to the history, example in history, my opinion is different to others' opinion and my friends' opinions. Never come to the 2 plus 2, 4. It comes to 2 plus 3, 2 plus 2, not 4, but she says 5, he says 6. Like this, objectivity is not basically found in social sciences. So in the scientific, when doing research, then directly we find the objectivity. Then empiricism, investigation must be conducted empirically, factual evidence basis, they have to do research. Then relativism, no truths are absolute, other views about social relatives are tentative and have only a relative credibility. Ethical neutrality, not supposed to take sides as professional. So scientific research, they are not think as say this is our person, he's sensitive and his work and those are. Let's say whatever objective they consider that one. I have capacity to doubt the validity of social theories. Duplication must be avoided in scientific research. But scientific research and social science research is totally different, because in scientific research we have to laboratory, we have, as well as we have objectives are there, we have more time experiment those things and get the answer wherever you go. But while if compared to social science research, man is the main objective, and theory, so many theories are there, so many problems are there, every person do a different type of work and different type of results he will get. But man is the main in social science research. Then correct characteristic of research. Because we are now studying the research, then what was its characteristic? Research is directed towards the solution of a problem. Any problem you take, let's find out the answer. That is the answer called as a research. Research is based upon observation, experience, or empirical evidence. On the basis of evidence, you come to the conclusion. Research demands accurate observation and description. Correct answer they found. Research involves gathering new data from primary sources or using existing data for a new purpose. Already data is there, new data you have to add and come to the conclusion. Research activities are characterized by carefully designed procedure. There is a one process. For example, if we want to do any food, example, if I want to prepare for this pohe or any dish, to take rice also, there is also one systematic is there for cooking this rice, for measurement, taking the measurement, cooking, for heating the how much time it will take. So here also, while we are doing research, we have to follow this some process. Research requires expertise, skill necessary to carry out investigation, search the related literature, and to understand and analyze the data gathered. Not we directly proudly say that I am a researcher, I am doing research. No, you have to dedicate your life for the research. You have to concentrate your mind. You have to work for it. You have to collect the various books, journals, articles for whatever topic you have selected for it. So though it is also necessary in this research work. Hard work, interest, dedication, subject knowledge, language knowledge, present trends in that research area, and his own interest to do research. That is also basically important. Even financial checker is also one of the importance in characters of research persons. So research is objective and logical, applying every possible test to validate the data collected and conclusions reached. Research involves the quest for answers to unsolved problems, means whatever problem we are going to find out the answers. Then research requires courage. No one can directly get up and start the research, because you need, you have to study that one, you have to read more and more books, so many books and so many things. Then you have to come to the courage. You have to tolerate power, hardworking, interest, money, everything is required for research. Research is characterized by patient and hurried activity also. Research is carefully recorded, reported. That is also important. If you are whatever doing a research, you have spent the 2-3 years, 5 years, sometimes 7 years for doing this research. Whatever you have collected, you kept that one in a report. Then what was the nature of research? The distinctive nature and character of social research derives in a significant measure from the real and supposed nature of this social phenomena. This poses certain difficulties when it comes to the application of the sophisticated scientific process characterizing the natural science to social phenomena. It does not mean, of course, that social sciences are not science in any real sense. Then some limitations also we find in the research. In the case of softer social science, to little guidance is of subject matter than in subject of natural sciences. What I said that man is the main subject in social science. In natural science, you can take any objective there. Natural scientist need not worry about his laboratory experiment, but social scientist has to worry about these when he visited to particular people, when he go analyze the population, when he doing related to religious society, tradition, custom, and he has to very carefully do his work. Then subject matter of social scientists deal with gives rise to special problems. It's the result of social science are statistical, that is presented in probability terms. Even in other words, the difference between two more categories within a social system may be so small that nothing can be said consider on the basis of comparison. Comparison also less find in the social science research. Then further limitations are the researcher himself, being a human being, a member of a group or buyer, etc., frequently affect the subject matter in effects changes the whole situation. Again, if a particular person belong to particular community, particular religion, follower of particular god and goddesses, if he is doing the particular community or society, his own interest, his own taste, his own feelings, his own belief restricted him to do that one, and whatever the correct one he kept in aside, and whatever in the books and whatever he thinks not directly correct that one, because subject matter restrict him and his own feelings come in between. They're mentioned the correct things, but sometimes objective history, objective type of research is also possible if a good researcher, good social, scientist. Then the behavior of human beings is affected by diverse influences such as environmental, temporal, biological, psychological, socio-cultural, all of them affecting it contemporaneously. The complexity of human or social data may be largely attributed to this while doing the research. So these are the points come in social science research. Then what are the objectives of research? Why we have to do research? Every research must have well-designed objectives. Objective is the sole purpose, intent, aim of your research. Why this particular research? What is the purpose? What will be the outcome and result? Research leads to what, why, and how. These three questions always come in your mind. Why I am to do research? What is the use of this research? Is this research helpful to only satisfy my interest, or this research only give me promotion in my post, or this research only for my society purpose, for fulfill of the other desire person I'm doing? Why I am doing research? What is the reason? And how, in which methods you have using for doing this research? So this what, why, how, in which way? So these three questions always comes in your mind while doing the research. And I always think that whatever doing research, that must be benefit to society, that must be benefit to community, that must be benefit to solve the present problems in the society. Then the objective of research is discover answer through the application of scientific process to gain familiarity with the phenomena or achieve new insight into it. That is the one objective that calls exploratory research. So there are types of research when we are studying the research design, that time this also comes there. So under that, to gain familiarity with the phenomena, to achieve a new insight into it, that is called as a exploratory research. To portray accurately the characteristics of particular individual, situation, or group, that research called as a descriptive. For example, history in basically social science, basically we adopted this descriptive research method. Then to determine the frequency with which something occurs or with which it is associated with something else, diagnostic research. To test a hypothesis of a causal relation between variables and hypothesis testing research. So there are four types of research design we find when we continue that lecture, but our main objective is to find the truth. Then while doing research, the first thing is come to formulation of problem. You have to select any problem, any topic, any subject for research, but this is the first step in the research. So that time it is very necessary that you have to think as well as find out the correct one. So the first step in the research process, formulation of research problem, it is considered most important phase of the research, because if your selection is, it will take a lot of time, but once you select, you know the in which way you have to go. This step starts with the selection of suitable problem from the field chosen by a researcher. Maybe some research person's own interest, own area, own place, own architecture, own culture, tradition, whatever he can want to do, select the topic, but be carefully. The choice and formulation of suitable problem is one of the most difficult tasks for a researcher, especially he is a beginner. So that's why he has to consult with other persons also. Then whom he had to. This step involves identification new problems, selection. So many problems comes in front of, so many subject comes in front of us. You out of so many things, you have to select any one topic. Then formulation is the process refining the research ideas into research questions and objectives. This is my object for doing so and so research. Then formulation means translating and transforming the selected research problems, top idea into a scientifically researchable question. It is concerned with specifying exactly what the research problem is. Then research problem. What is the research problem? Because I saying that in the research while doing, the first thing is the selecting a or find out the problem. Then what is research problem? The term problem means a question or issue to be examined. Research problem refers to some difficulty, need which a researcher experiences in the context of either theoretical, practical situation, want to obtain a solution of the same. For that purpose, selecting any one topic for that purpose, how you can get that topic. Sometimes you can think in your mind, or reading so many books, academic experience, daily experience, field situations, consultations, brainstorming, research, intuition, as well as talking with the experts. That time you have to find out the any one solution or any one problem. Yes, I can do this topic selected for the research. Then what is the hypothesis? After selecting the any one topic, you have to, second step is hypothesis. Then what is it? In research, once the researcher decide objectives, means yes, I want to do research so and so person or so and so community. Okay, that is decided. Then second step is hypothesis. That key for the frame hypothesis, test it to be prove it right or wrong. Guess in that this is correct one or not. For testing purpose, the hypothesis is very, very necessary. This hypothesis is possible answer or an educated guess or tentative solution to question. The derivation of hypothesis is the most important step in the research process. It must be within the scope and framework of the study related to the objectives and research questions. It provides direction to the research. If you, yes, this is right or wrong, but I guess that this is the correct one. For that purpose, for showing the direction, hypothesis is necessary. The guesses made by the researcher which either or solve the problem or guide him in further investigation, that is the concept of hypothesis. Hypothesis is a statement temporarily accepted as a true in light of what is and at the time known about a phenomenon, and it is employed as a basis for action in the search for new truth. When the hypothesis is fully established, it may take the form of facts, principles, and theories. Then the third steps, you have to do review of literature. Means one thing is your objective or your problem is clear. Second, your objective is doing is clear. Third, hypothesis. Then fourth one, review of literature. Why we have to do review of literature in research? A researcher needs to examine all available literature to get himself herself acquainted with the selected problem. Whatever problem, whatever topic you have selected, who, when, in which way the earlier researcher done this work. For that purpose, review of literature is necessary. He may review the conceptual literature concerning the concepts and theories, and the empirical literature consists of studies made earlier which are similar to the one proposed. Is yours is same or that earlier is same or something different you are finding in your topic? The basic outcome of this review will be the knowledge as to what research questions have been explored and what were the findings. This will enable the researcher to specify his or her own research problem in a meaningful context. The main function is to link the proposed research with the current state of relevance. So in the past they have this one, in the middle they have this one, and now this one, and I am focusing this way. So it's past to present, it link it shows. Then what others have said about this topic, what are theories address it, and what do they say, what research has been done previously, are there consist findings or do past studies disagree, are there flaws in the body of existing research that you feel you can remedy, how will your study relate to it, go beyond, or the previous study is the same repeating, or they have done something and I am doing different. For that purpose, review of literature is very, very necessary. How has the prior work influenced your proposed study? That is also mentioned. For that purpose, you have to do the review of literature related to where you get this literature, scholarly journals, books, some dissertation, government documents, policy reports, presented paper, website, and some newspaper where you can do review of literature. Then what were the methods in research? See, in the research methods, quantitative and qualitative methods are there. Under that, we have to descriptive, correlation, cause, comparative, experimental methods are also there. When we go to the qualitative, quantitative research topic, we definitely explain more related to this one. Then types of research methods. The research design is very, very necessary. So exploratory studies main aim is to explore a phenomena, to develop an understanding of the phenomena so that it helps to formulate precise research problem for some future study. Then describe to describe particular group community situation. The diagnostic study which determine the frequency with some phenomena is already, I think, explained this one. Then where we get the data. In social science research, we have to collect the data. So in which methods we have to adopt, in which techniques we have to excel to qualitative, quantitative methods there. Under that, these are the techniques comes for collecting the data, for interpreting, then for come to the conclusion and generalization. So for that purpose, it is very necessary that questionnaire method, interview method, survey method, or field work, case study method, observational method, cross-cultural methods are there in social science research. Then research methods in social science. These are the steps mentioned in this chart. Defining a research problem, particular problem you have to select, then describing hypothesis, then selecting one research method, either you select survey method, fieldwork method, questionnaire method, interview method, any one method. Then describing the process to be followed, gathering the data, then analyzing the data, reporting and findings, and later on come to the conclusions. So these are the methods in social sciences we find there. This is the chart which give you whole information about the research methods. First thing is formulation of research problem. Second, hypothesis. Third, research design. Fourth, data collection. Fifth, classification of data. Then come to the analysis. Then conclusion. Then report. Then critique theory. So in this type of you have to points out, and in detail in this research methods paper, we study these all things in a detail. Then what is the report writing structure? See, what is the research about is comes in your introduction. What is already known is comes in your review of literature. What do I expect to find is a research question. How you went about your research is comes in a methodology. Then what you find results. what do the result finding means discussion, then what contribution comes in the achievements, then what recommendation that comes in the recommendations. So these are the questions we have mentioned, and here we have to answering those things. Then writing a research article, basically mentioning here one type of chart, selection of topic, then primary, secondary, archaeological, foreign sources in the history example I am giving here. Then collection of data, then objectivity in writing, actually subjectivity comes in history, heuristic, internal, external criticism also there. Then we have to come to the interpretation, then documentation, then we have lastly mentioned as a conclusion. Then what are the good qualities of a researcher? He has to do systematic research, logically, empirical, and replicable, create use of multiple methods in his research. Basically, hardworking, sincere, understanding, knowledgeable, present trained, language. This all comes in good qualities of a researcher. Then what is the benefit of this research to society? Why we have to do research? Why the syllabus involved here? Only for study purpose or some other things are behind it? So doing social research has a crucial role to play in guiding the social planning. Whatever the social problems are there, the researcher do that one and give planning to the solve the problems. Then another thing is its benefit to adequate social planning depends on for its success on the systematic knowledge about the social resources and liabilities of the people and their culture, of their similarity and differences, of organizations. For doing research, it helpful to the continue our tradition, it helpful to the organization, it helpful to the planning, marketing people, policy makers, and others. Even it's since knowledge is a particular kind of power, social research by affording first-hand knowledge about the organization, working of society and its institutions gives us a greater power of control over the social phenomena and action. Thus, the social research may be visualized as having practical implications for formal and informal types of leadership, influence and reform in the different spheres of society. Maybe our research help the policymakers and we can change the solve some social problem, even social and other problems also. Again, it is benefit that it enlightens us. It removes some superstitions, assumptions, stereotypes of which existing in the society. This research also giving importance to everyone. Then research also helpful to build the social welfare in the society. Solve the problems as well as in a total context he solve and give a suggestion to the society and nation. Then research is charged with the response by asserting some order among facts. Thus research offers to considerable sound basis for prediction. Despite the admittedly low predictive potential of social research, reasonably reliable predictions, perhaps cultural bound, context bound, can be made. Social research has the benefit of initiating and guiding social growth on proper lines and towards the various goals. So today you find that in the society so many social evils, social problems, social misunderstanding, as well as so many problem rising there in the society. You can take any example related to women, related to culture, related to religion, related to national problems also. If you do good social research, you can get the solutions and produce it in front of the people. Then once again, unity, social welfare, culture, as well as for social welfare of human beings also purpose the research is necessary. For scientists to oblige to effect constant improvements in the tools and techniques of his trade and research, that is research. The researcher knows so far he has to work in different temporal context. It means it is not only helpful to him, it is helpful to society. So doing research is also one of the benefit. Now the people, your status increase in this society also. If you do PhD for increment purpose also, if you are getting higher study involved in the research, you find the new things, new theories, and you also enjoy the research. And whatever you are through this research, you give a new light to the people, new knowledge, new interpretation to existing things, and change the whole scenario also. For that purpose, social science research is very necessary. And so many organizations are there in India, like ICHR, UGC, ICSSR, Ministry of Culture. Some fellowships also there for MPhil, PhD and postdoctoral, senior, junior fellowships are also there. Even the fellowships also under that also community-wise fellowships also there. SCST minority, BARTI, as well as SARTHI. Like this type of fellowships also there. The student has to do research and get the financial benefit, but his intellectual knowledge used for the solve these social problems. So that's why they are give the fellowship to you. These are the reference books you can refer for detailed study. Ram Ahuja's research methods, even Paul and Eng, scientific social surveys and research, as well as Levin's research practices and social sciences. You can refer any book related, even for history, research methodology in history, you can refer this book. Kothari book is also their research methodology, methods and techniques. Lal Das approaches to social science research methods. So B. Sheikh Ali, again history books is there. So you can refer any research book which is research methods in social sciences, research methods in or research method in history, social research books also there. So you read thoroughly related to this. So in this only I have highlighted the what is research techniques, data, methods in briefly in this limited time. Thank you for listening my lecture. Thank you.